There we go. Okay, so once again, we are here at the Tour de Todd Cycling Podcast, and let me tell you something. Today, we got a special guest. Y'all may know him as the Crit King in America, but dude, he's been killing it in Belgium. It's Eamon Lucas, and he is back from Belgium. Eamon, how are you doing, bruh? Can you hear me?
I can. You're breaking up right now.
You're driving. You must be driving. You gotta be.
I'm gonna be better, but
Hold on.
I am driving.
Okay.
I'm driving. I'm a busy man today, man. I'm a busy man.
Understood. Understood.
All over the joint.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with that. Hey, dude, you got life. Tell me this: you've been back home from Belgium. How long, and how's the off season?
I got back to America on October 1st, and it's been awesome because I've been able to surf every day. I've been able to still ride my bike a bit, but it's mostly just getting back to hanging out with friends and family that I don't get to see all too much when I'm, racing bikes in Europe.
Yeah. Okay, so here's what I know. 29 years old. October 15th is the birthday. So you just turned 29. From California, Monterey. Am I correct?
Actually, Pacific Grove, so just a little bit further up on the peninsula.
Okay.
As a general idea, Monterey.
Okay. Married, of course. And you love surfing.
Yeah, I love surfing. I love the ocean. I mean, growing up here in Monterey, Pacific Grove, that's what you did. Your parents took you to the beach. Your grandma took you to the beach. Yeah. You're always playing in the water. I mean, at least I was. So yeah, it's kind of my escape. That's kind of like I like to put it. It's my happy place. The place where I don't have to worry about riding my bike.
Not bad. Let's start at the beginning. How did you get involved in cycling?
Man, in a nutshell, I started riding for a local grassroots team based out of Monterey in 2009 called Foss Racing.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a masters team that had a little junior influence on it. And from there, I did 2009 on Foss and kind of was okay. Got my stuff pushed in pretty hard, actually. But, I showed potential, and my dad was a coach, so he was a big advocate on making sure I stayed in the right, mindset and didn't get deterred and, whole nine. 2010, I got on specialized junior development with Larry Nolan out of NorCal.
Yep.
And then my under-23 career was spent between Cal Giant before it kind of merged into Action.
Yeah.
And then I spent a lot of time on the national team for those 4 years as an under-23. And this keeps going. That's kind of how I kind of got my start.
Did you show potential right away?
I thought I did. I mean, if I didn't like it and I didn't think I was good enough, I wouldn't have kept going. Even regardless of my dad encouraging me and the whole nine. So I thought I was good, and I kept just. You have to look at cycling in months and years and, multiple years and the whole nine in that sense. So, yeah, I didn't, and listening to my dad, he was like, okay, like, you can't be upset at how you're performing now because it's not going to matter in 6 months. Like, you're going to get better. So, yeah, I kind of looked at it as like a long term.
Not bad. When did you first get involved with the national team and go into Europe?
I got my first opportunity to go to Europe in 2010 on the junior national team.
Yeah.
And I did the Peace Race, and I did a handful of other, more or less hard junior racing, but every junior race is hard in Europe.
Yeah.
Every race is hard in Europe. You never do an easy race in Europe, even when you win. There's never an easy race. I've never done an easy race.
Damn.
I've gotten to the, but that was my first trip.
Wow. Okay. So when did you decide this is what I want to do for my life?
After that trip, I came home. So I came home from that trip, and that was probably middle of May.
Yeah.
So I went in early April, and I knew I had some training to do up until nationals, and then we were going to do a Bideby as a junior Nations Cup in Canada.
Yep.
And so I did that, and I came back and I was like, okay, like I'm all in. Like I saw what the Euros are doing.
Yeah.
I saw how hard it was. Like this is, I'm ready to be, fully immersed for at least a couple years, to give it my all.
Yeah. Wow, not bad. Jeez. Okay, so you've had some ups and downs. You've raced a lot of crits here in the United States, and then you started doing the red hook crit stuff, the fixed gear stuff. How did you get involved with that?
Yeah, so that was kind of a precursor with the Stellis team.
Yep.
In 2016, I was riding for Stellis, and that was the crit squad of Stellis.
Yep.
And we did. Aldo was on the team, and Aldo and I really clicked, and our riding styles were very similar, and he was a big support of helping me, which was amazing. And he was with Colin in 2015 when they won all except one red hook race. And then so he kind of had seniority on putting a team together, so he really pushed for me to be on the team. So he was my big help getting there. Yeah.
So let me see. Stellis, who was on there? Was Justin? Adam Meyerson was on there.
Yeah. Hold on, the wife's coming to the window.
Understood.
Make sure you bring on my camera back for that. Okay. Yeah, so when I was on Stellis, actually, that was Justin was on it in 2015, I believe. Meyerson was on it in 2015. So it was me, Brandon Fury, Ryan Aitchison, who won Athens that year, Aldo, little Keogh, Ian Keogh,
yep,
the youngest Keogh brother,
yep,
Jake Silverberg, and myself.
Not bad, not bad.
So we were the underdogs, but we won races. So
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, we won some big races that year.
Oh yeah. When did you make the decision in your mind that it was time to move on from just America to Europe?
When I was an under 23, I really tried to stay in Europe and ride for an elite team over there. Elite team of even an amateur elite team. I never wanted to leave Europe after my under 23 days. Yeah. But the way the cookie crumbled, I found myself back in America, and I still wanted to race my bike, so I kind of humbled myself because I never looked down on the crit scene.
Yeah. That
was then. Now I have a lot of respect for it, and I'm very grateful for it. But I was like, I'm a road racer. I'm on the national team. Like, I need to be on the world tour. I need to, X, Y, and Z. Your classic American kid thought. So I came back to America and did 3 years here, and then, but deep down inside, I knew I still had something to offer in Europe. I wasn't quite done. Like, my personal ambitions weren't closed yet. So, in 2016, also, I was kind of close enough to Santa Cruz, and knowing Joao Correa, who was Lawrence Tandem's agent at the time. Lawrence had just moved to Santa Cruz for the year.
Yeah.
So he put me in touch with Lawrence for being a training buddy, and I never thought this world tour seasoned vet was going to become my second dad, and I was going to be living at his house, and I was going to be part of the family, and in North Holland's best training, and I didn't know what was going to happen, but Lawrence really took a soft spot to me, and listened to my story too, and wanted to help me get back to Europe, and he was a big advocate in me getting back on that continental scene when I was on Delta in 2018.
Yes, sir.
And that was kind of my second wave getting back to Europe. Meeting Lawrence and that whole opportunity.
Can you explain to people, because I don't think a lot of people really get it, because it takes a lot for an American rider to leave, or anyone from Australia to move to Europe, base themselves there, and make a go of it.
Yeah, and make a go out of it, but also be successful.
Yes, sir.
Like I I kind of have a little saying I tell myself. I don't move across the world to get second, and that kind of sounds arrogant, but it's the truth. Like it's too hard of a grind just to be satisfied with a fifth.
Yeah.
You know, it's not easy. I mean, down to registering your car with the Dutch government and, you know, filing your taxes when all of your tax papers come back in Dutch, and it's, you know, the terminology, and, you know, it's hard. I mean, my wife got to see it firsthand this year. She goes, wow, like, this is not easy. And I'm like, of course, like, everyone has this dream of going to Europe, but no one, A, has the balls, sorry, but, and B, no one knows how to do it. Like, everyone's always I say every month I get, you know, 10 to 15 DMs. How do I get to Belgium? How do I race in Europe? How do I do it? What do I need to do? I'm like, mate, like, and so I'm actually going to start putting together race trips. That's another topic.
Wow.
But that's kind of my way I see myself now, kind of as an older rider, giving back and, you know, making it feasible for these young Americans that aren't, you know, they don't have a ton of money to be racing on the national team project. And, you know, I know the game. I'm the game over there, so to speak, in a way of, you know, knowledge and understanding and, you know, knowing people and making it possible for, you know, people to. I'm old. Some other kid needs an opportunity now. You know what I mean? In a degree.
Well, okay, so you've really based yourself in. Tell me if I pronounce it right. Kermises?
Yeah, kermesse racing.
That is, from what I've understood as a young kid wanting to race, that was what I wanted to do, was just race kermesses. I never thought I'd be a Tour de France racer or anything like that. But that is the heartbed of cycling in Belgium. And
oh, dude, it's the heartbed of cycling in Europe. You go to Italy, or you go to Spain, or you go to Germany, and you talk about Belgian kermesse racing, and, you know, people will be like, oh, that's fucked. Sorry, like, that's so hard. It's so hard.
Wow. Can you give us a description of, like, how many races per week? How long are they? How many people get involved, and how difficult it is?
You can race every day of the week in Belgium if you want.
Jesus. Wow.
You can ride your bike to almost all of them, so you can make it a 5-hour day, or you can make it a 3-hour day.
Yeah.
You can race anywhere between 50 to 250 guys. And the analogy I like to use is like a knife fight. Everyone has a knife, and the last guy winning, it's like the last guy standing wins. It's how many times can you get stabbed?
Damn. Okay, that's a good way of putting it.
I mean, for instance, like there was a race I did not too long ago, and it just stood out to me because we rode so hard that day, and I was only 11th, and my normalized power for 3 hours was 385 watts.
Wow.
So that's, for me, at that weight, that was 4.8 watts per kilo for 3 hours. At like a local basic race that you've never heard of, like.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Damn. How long are the races?
They're between 120 and 150 kilometers. Wow. 160 kilometers, like on the long end.
Can you make a good living doing that?
Yeah, I mean, I have a contract with my team, so I have a salary for my team,
yeah.
And then I also have my coaching business, yeah. And then I also, you know, prize money, which is black money, who, I mean, is paid out in cash after the race. So I mean, yeah, I mean, and then doing, you know, some cool photo shoots and some, you know, working with some cool companies. That, yeah, we have a good life, and on top of my wife's salary, we live well.
Not bad.
I mean, we live in a penthouse apartment on the 3rd floor, like in the center of Brugge. So I mean, our back terrace is like the town, and yeah, we have a good life.
There's a dude that I'm trying to remember. He's very famous for racing kermesses. He's like one of the winningest guys, where he based solely as a kermesse rider. And I can't...
Mr. Mario Willems.
Yes, that is the dude's name.
He's my teammate.
Are you serious?
Yeah, this year me and him, it was actually insane. It was this race. It was in Westkarker. He won and I was second, but we put a minute and a half into the peloton. We just rode away.
Right. How old is he now? He's got to be in his 50s?
He's 48 years old.
He's 48 and he's still winning kermesses?
He's not winning. He's just stomping kids out still. Like in that break, he put the team on his back. I was like, this old man is gonna ride me off his wheel. I was like, Mario, you're gonna drop me. Like, we did 55 kilometers, just him and I, off the front. We put a minute and a half into the peloton. And by the end, he was just riding me into the ground.
Fuck. That is insane, dude.
It was insane. It was insane.
Fuck.
We didn't say much, but we rode our faces off.
That's not bad.
It was pretty special.
Not bad. Do you have any thoughts of wanting to race the bigger races? Like the World Tour Pro teams?
I mean, of course. I mean, that's the dream at the end of the day. Like, that's the dream I set out with you when I was, when I first came home from Belgium. But, I'm getting older, and it's only harder as you get older. Yeah. And, yeah, of course, you put any World Tour Pro into the amateur scene in Belgium, I think they'd get eaten up. Like, they don't know how to win those races. They don't know how to ride like that. There's not structure. It's just kind of hold on for dear life, and that's not like the World Tour.
Wow. How many races do you do a year?
Between 50 and 80.
Wow, not bad.
Yeah. So it's good.
Not bad. The last couple of questions. I know you're a busy guy.
No, it's all good.
Okay,
my wife's getting far. Just let you know.
I follow you on Instagram. I followed you for a long time. Hey, puppy dog. And you were just in Italy.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You were just in Italy.
Yeah, I was just doing an altitude training camp in Livigno.
How did that go?
It went actually pretty good. It was my first time really doing a legitimate altitude camp. So it was hard. It was a lot of adaptation and a lot of suffering. But the gains that I got back from it were astronomical.
Yeah.
Kind of changed me a little bit my physiology too. It kind of took away my high-end pop, but it gave me so much depth.
Wow. Not bad. Hello, Mrs. Lucas. Just want to say hello.
Hi.
How are you doing, ma'am?
How are you?
I'm blessed. Thank you.
I'm good.
Good.
Yeah, having a nice day.
There you go. Have you ever thought of why no track? I'm curious. You're over there. What about 6 days?
Actually, I did a track event over there.
Yeah.
I mean, I grew up a little bit on the team pursuit team my first and second year as an under 23, but then that program got shut down.
Yep.
But I know I did the 3 days of Alkmaar, which was a pro 3-day race.
Yeah.
And that was just a different beast in itself. And I can't really talk too much about it, but there is some track stuff in the works
sweet.
at a very high level. So we'll you'll see here in the coming months. I brought my track bike home to get back on the board. So we'll see where it goes.
So last couple of questions. How long is your break, and when do you guys head back to Belgium?
I'm doing the Lions Den crit with Justin and Legion.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of got back on the bike last weekend for a little 10-12 day build, high intensity.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry, I just got a missed call. And then I'll take another 2 weeks off after the 30th, just to kind of really rest and enjoy myself.
Yeah.
And then I'll get back probably middle of November, but I won't anything serious until December, where I'm back to 5-6 hour rides and intervals and you name it. And then we go back to Europe. I fly back on the 28th of February, and then my wife will spend some time with her mom and dad.
Yeah.
And then she'll come back over in the middle of March.
Not bad. Your coaching business, talk to me about that. I mean, if there's anybody that knows how to train somebody, it would be you. How does that?
I mean, I don't know everything in life. I don't know definitely everything when it comes to coaching, but I know a thing or two on how to get fast and what works and what doesn't. And I'm very open to, taking on different clients that aren't standard.
Yeah.
I'm super into I geek out on numbers and I geek out on performance. So yeah, I've been a coach for probably the last almost 10 years now, 7 years.
Wow.
But I really haven't had like a real business. My real business hasn't been only since 2018.
Not bad.
And I'm gonna go through a tunnel, so I might lose you.
Okay.
But I might keep this But yes, I'm really.
He's going through a tunnel, people.
Yeah.
Here he's back. He's coming back. Last question: Eamon? Do you feel blessed for what you get to do for a living and just traveling the world? He's hit a tunnel, so he's kind of dragging, folks. We just disconnected. Don't worry, we'll get him back. He's in California driving. So we're waiting for that reconnect. Like, as you can tell, I mean, he's a big-time pro racing the kermesse system in Belgium, and you know what? You can't ask for more than that. Let's see if we can get him back. Looks like we're having some difficulty getting him back, but it's been a treat to talk to Eamon because I've been a big fan of his for quite a while and wanted to talk to him about it, just life and racing in Belgium and how did he get there. And he's really broken it down for us as to what it takes to get there. And just an enjoyable man. Here we go. Hello. Trying to reconnect. And like I said, this is, it's a fluid thing here. He's driving around, so we're having a little difficulty. But other than that, it's been interesting to just be able to sit and talk with him because he's an interesting fellow. He's all over Europe racing, which is really cool. And so it'd be, he's just one of those guys that you just really want to get to talk to because he gives you the real dude. There he is again. He's back. He's back.
We're back. Sorry.
It's all good.
The tunnel was going to kill us.
Nah, it's no problem. My question to you, my last one to you is this. In all that you've experienced throughout racing and living all over the world, getting married, do you feel blessed? And why?
I feel extremely blessed, and I feel extremely thankful that I can share my life with my wife now.
Yeah.
Because for a long time, running around the world as a single man and, as an individual, you only got to tell stories and you only got to, show photographs, and very similar did those worlds get across. And now, it's really cool to be able to share this with the person I'm going to spend the rest of my life with. So I'm beyond blessed, and I'm beyond blessed that she's willing to support my dreams and goals and aspirations, and, lets me still ride my bike and, gallivant around the world. And I'm so glad that I get to incorporate her.
That's awesome. You know what? I do have a question. I do have another one. If you, what would you want people to know about Eamon Lucas that they don't know?
I mean, a lot of people know me from my social platforms, and a lot of people, think social platforms are just like, fake. Like, Instagram's only fake. Like, YouTube channels, people are only like bubbly and stoked just to get the views and the likes and the whatnot. And a lot of people over the years, especially, being in Europe, people are like, oh, like, you're just some fake American guy that talks big. And I'm like, okay, like, that's all you see of me. So I get,
Mm-hmm.
But I'm the same guy. I'm the same guy on the gram that I am in real life. I'm very, very, I'm very fun. I'm very open. I'm very understanding. I'm very sympathetic. And I would love for people to always hit me up, to always talk to me, to always ask questions, because that's, human nature is just to, be friendly and be loving. And
yeah.
I'm the same guy. Like, I encourage people just to, reach out.
You got it, man.
Not have an idea or not have, find out for themselves.
That's a hell of a way to put it.
Yeah, right?
Well, I just want to say thank you. Eamon, you didn't have to take the time to do this, so I just want to say thank you for giving me some time.
No, dude, I wanted to. Trust me, the way
are breaking right now, and the life is busy. So if, I could easily say I don't have time, but I'm super stoked to be able to have this chat with you, and maybe we could have some more chats down the road.
Oh, there's no question, dude. You best believe I'll be following, dude.
Perfect.
All right. Have a blessed day, you and the wife and the dog, and take care, okay?
Todd, thanks for your time. We'll talk soon, sir.
No problem, man.
All right.
Bye-bye.